Well, hello lovely humans, and welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, hey, my name is Jamie Wolfer, and I am a wedding planner. Real quick, if you guys want to find us on different varying social medias, our business Instagram for all things wedding is at JW Coordination. If you want to follow along, my personal channel is right here. It's the Jamie Wolfer, and my personal Instagram is the Jamie Wolfer as well. Just because, you know, just why not promote the other social media channels when I have the opportunity to do so. Ew. And I make these videos each and every single week because most of you have never planned a wedding before and you don't know what you're doing and you're not supposed to. Every once in a while you just need a professional to say, here's some suggestions, here's some tips and tricks. Choose what you may, but at least you're guided in the right direction. At least I hope so. In this week's video, we're going to be talking about how to develop the perfect skincare routine to get your face looking fresh and ready to get hitched. So I came up with a timeline along with the help of some professionals because let's be honest, I am not a skincare expert, so I definitely leaned heavily on some of my friends in the industry to help me come up with this general schedule for you guys to pick and choose along the way to make sure you're looking fresh and ready for your wedding day. So without further ado, let's just jump right on into it. Now this timeline starts at about 8 months out. I think it's safe to say that most people getting married don't consider their skin really far in advance. They kind of just consider skincare in the last handful of months, if not last handful of weeks. But if you start prepping early, you could really start to combat any issues, skincare issues that you might have in a slow progress instead of trying to cram it all into the last minute. And you'll see why that's important in just a little bit. Now, instead of saying, if you choose to, with each and every item on this list, one big fat blanket disclaimer at the beginning, don't do anything on this list that you don't want to do, okay? But if you decide to, definitely try to start early on some of this stuff because it gives you more time to make progress. So 8 months out, if you want to start taking some vitamins, that's a great time to do so. You want to give your body time to process and react to them appropriately. You don't want to be doing that too close to your wedding day. And I know I said this was skincare, but I guess it's kind of all things beauty related. This is also a great time to change your hair color if you're going to. Any sort of drastic hair color decisions, start to do that now because it can take a while to get you to your ideal color. This is also a great time to start a fitness regimen. Whether you have fitness goals that you want to achieve by your wedding day, whether that's toning or something like that, or you just need the endorphins because it's a pretty stressful time, start it early on so you have plenty of time to make progress either physically and or emotionally. Especially if you're like me and you don't do the fitnessy stuff, you want to give yourself time to get into the habit of it. You know what I mean? This is also the ideal time to start a new skincare routine. You need to give yourself plenty of time for your skin to adjust and or get used to whatever's happening with your face. Now, like I said earlier, with this whole wedding planning thing, you're not supposed to know what you're doing because you've never done this before. The same applies for skincare. Unless you've gone to school for this or you're a skincare expert, most likely you don't know what you're doing. So it's in your best interest to connect with a professional on this, which brings me to my next point. Today's video is sponsored, and I'm super excited to be bringing this to you. I have partnered up with Curology, which is a product that I've been using for several months now, and I've really been enjoying it. So be sure to stay tuned towards the end of the video where I get to share my experience with my new skincare routine and how much I just happen to be enjoying it, and a special deal just for you guys. 6 months out, this is a great time to start incorporating facials into your monthly routine, especially if you're choosing to do something that's a little bit more harsh or your skin potentially might react to it, especially if you've never done this before. You're gonna want plenty of time to experiment with that. This is also the time frame that you're gonna want to start working on that brow game, okay? Whether that's getting them threaded or tinted or, you know, like I did the microblading, gosh, forever ago now. I'll go ahead and link that video up here if you guys are interested. Your brow game is a marathon, not a sprint. It is such a prominent part of your face, so if you do want to do anything with them outside of your normal routine, start that now. One, because when you first start doing them, like waxing or threading, they could be really red, or if you're getting them tinted or you're doing microblading, it could be really dark, so start that now so you don't have crazy brows on your wedding day. 4 months out, this is a great time to do your hair and makeup trials. Now, as a quick disclaimer on this one, because last time I talked, like I think it was my planning timeline video, I did have a couple makeup artists say that's cutting it really close. I'd prefer for people to contact me earlier, or I'm booked up to 12 months in advance. That is very much true. It all depends on your priorities in this situation. Now, this fits in really nicely into this timeline that we've created, but if hair and makeup is a high priority to you, you may find yourself doing this 6 or 8 months in advance. We're going for big, vague generalities here though. So obviously if it's a big priority, you're gonna be like, yeah, right, Jamie, I'm not doing that 4 months in advance. I'm doing that 12 months in advance. And that's perfectly fine. But for a lot of other people, the 4-month time frame works well too. 2 months out. All right, we're getting into crunch time here, okay? All right. If you want to start any sort of tanning process, spray tan, like laying in the backyard, whatever it is, start that now. Again, with so many other things, you don't want to push everything to the last minute, especially if you're doing it for the first time. You don't know what the spray tan color will look like. You don't know how your skin will react. You need to give yourself time to experiment and recover should it not go according to plan. Quick little pro tip, if you are laying outside, obviously take proper precautions, but also, please be aware of the neckline of your dress. So if you have a sweetheart neckline, just like avoid the straps, okay? Okay. This is also the perfect time to start focusing on your teeth and on your nails. Again, should you choose to. So if you're starting any teeth whitening routine, this is a great time to do that. If you are getting your nails professionally done, now's a great time to every couple of weeks or once a month, just go in and get yourself a mani-pedi because one, you deserve it and you need a minute and it's a special little treat. And two, it helps to get your fingernails and toenails ready for your big day and looking glorious. You can try out colors and different styles of manicures, whether that's gel or dip or acrylics or just regular nail polish. It gives you more time to try everything out. If you are doing a fitness regimen, now is a great time to go ahead and kick that up. You got about 8 weeks left. If there's any goals that you want to reach, or you're just extra stressed and you need a little bit more endorphins, feel free to pick up that routine if you want to. Now, this next part is extremely important. At 2 months out, do not do any new skincare. Do not switch anything out at all whatsoever. Why? Because it can take your skin up to 30 days to fully react to a new product. So if you introduce something new at this point, that could mean 30 days before your wedding, you're seeing a reaction from that product. This also means no more harsh treatments. So if you had any sort of specific facials that were a little bit more aggressive, you're gonna wanna step away from that and give your skin time to just be normal for the next 8 weeks. So don't introduce anything new. 2 weeks out, woo, we're getting into crunch time, y'all. Okay, you ready? So 2 weeks out, you're going to want to do your final hair coloring. Now, your hair may grow a little bit faster or change. I'm not quite sure. Definitely talk to your hair colorist about this specifically, but this is a good vague time frame to work with because it does give you the opportunity to make any last minute tweaks if you need to, just in case it didn't come out quite right. This is also when you do your final brow treatments because again, we don't want you to have red skin around your brows. We don't want them to be too darkly tinted. Darkly tinted? Sure, why not? Let's roll with that. We don't want them to be too dark or too aggressive, so your brows are on fleek and not red and crazy when you walk down the aisle. This is also a wonderful time to consider doing either a hydrofacial or dermaplaning, even if you haven't done any facials leading up to this point. A hydrofacial is exactly what it sounds like. It hydrates your face, which makes for an excellent canvas for makeup. If you are spending a lot of money to get your makeup done, which I know so many of you are, you want to have a good canvas for the artist to work with. So the makeup will go on smoothly and last for a long time. And a lot of that is contingent on how healthy your skin is. Dermaplaning is pretty rad, and I actually hadn't really heard of this until I talked to Chelsea Roach, who's a makeup artist friend of mine. She's been featured on this channel before. And she talked about dermaplaning as just this wonderful option. The main aim of this procedure, especially when done repeatedly, is to work on fine lines and potentially deep acne scarring. But even for a person with normal skin, this is a great idea because it just, again, gives your artist or yourself, if you're doing your own makeup, a wonderful canvas to work with. And I keep using the word canvas, but your face is a work of art, okay? So I'm gonna keep calling it that because you, my friend, are a beauty. And this next one is one that Chelsea was like, please share this. Please share this. And I was like, oh, I had never thought about this. This is the time to start doing lip masks or lip scrubs. She said that she's surprised how often she'll go to do makeup and their skin's looking fresh, everything's great, but their lips are kind of dry and cracked. And that means your lip color will adhere funky. And you don't want that, especially when ideally you're gonna be kissing your honey a lot that day. So you want your lips to be nice and smooth so the color adheres nicely and stays where it's supposed to be. So whether that's a super hydrating lip mask or a gentle lip scrub, incorporate that into your routine, especially if you're wearing any form of lipstick at all whatsoever and or plan on kissing your spouse on that day. 1 week out, step up your hydrating game. This is not just for your skin, because clearly we've already talked about some of the benefits of hydrating your face, specifically with a HydraFacial. But this is also for your body. We all know the importance of hydrating, but I also know from personal and professional experience that in the last week, your brain gets a little overloaded and you might forget to drink water as often as you should. Just drink it as much as possible. Not only will it make you healthier, but it'll make your skin look amazing. This is also when you want to stop any form of chemical exfoliants whatsoever. You want to be as gentle and as kind to your skin as possible, because we all know that stress can affect our skin, and we all know that sometimes that your skin can react to certain skincare things at a certain point, so stop any sort of chemical exfoliants here. And if you're choosing to get any sort of waxing done, get it done now so your skin has time to calm down, because you don't want to be throwing your arms up, out on the dance floor, just red. This is also a great long-term strategy if you want to incorporate this any sooner. You have like a long-term waxing game. But if this is the only time you're doing it, do it a week out and not several days beforehand. And then this is gonna come as no surprise, because I've talked about this like multiple times in this video, but the day before and the day of, hydrate. Because believe it or not, your makeup artist can tell if you've hydrated or not based on how your skin looks, how it feels, and it will also affect how you emotionally and physically navigate the day before and the day of your wedding. Which I know at this point I sound like a broken record, but drink your water. Your body will thank you, your face will thank you, and you'll just feel a heck of a lot better. So even if you get stressed and you get busy, drink your water. And now for the sponsored portion of this week's video. I'm so excited. Y'all are about to see me without some makeup on, so this is like the realest I've ever been on this channel. Oh, but I'm happy to do it and happy to share my experience with you guys. And hopefully you'll enjoy it just as much as I have. Hey guys, coming at you live from my bathroom, because that's where you do the washing of the face stuff. Welcome to the sponsored portion of this week's video. I'm here to talk to y'all about Curology, because I feel like this is gonna be such a treat for so many of you, just like it has been for me. Now I've been using Curology for like 3 months now. For me, I never want to do anything that's too dramatic to my skin, because frankly, I don't want to have to deal with the aftermath. So I love that it comes with a gentle cleanser. I love that it comes with a rich moisturizer, and I love that I have my own personalized prescription grade. Look at, it's my name. That's my name right there. Prescription grade topical treatment. So here's the deal. I know earlier in the video I mentioned, if you're going to start a skincare routine, talk to a dermatology provider. And that isn't necessarily feasible for a whole lot of us, whether because it's the time to make the appointment or the cost of the appointment. When you're already planning a wedding, that can be super stressful. So to know that you're partnered with a licensed dermatology provider to help you with a specific skincare system for you is a game changer. And that's just not your skin type. That's actually for your face and for your skin. And this is a provider that you can message with and let them know your skin concerns. So Curology has graciously offered you guys first month for free. All you gotta do is pay $4.95 for shipping and handling, which for a month worth of custom skincare for you and a dermatology provider that you can talk to is a screamin' deal. Of course, we'll go ahead and link that down below if you guys are interested in checking it out. And honestly, one of the best parts, it is ridiculously convenient. It comes straight to your door. You don't have to leave your house. You don't have to go anywhere, and you get custom skincare just for you. So for me, I'm getting, I'm in my early 30s, we'll just say that vaguely, so fine lines are starting to be a little bit more on my mind than they were, say, 5 years ago. So I definitely went for something that would address that more specifically. I went with the richer moisturizer, and I know that my custom formula is formulated in such a way to help me target fine lines, because aging is happening, but that doesn't mean I can't do my part to slow the haps. And honestly, one of my favorite parts is they really want this to work for you. Like, they want this skincare routine to work for you. There's so much else in your life when you're planning a wedding that is already stressful and already a little bit crazy. So you've got a 90-day money-back guarantee, which I'm a huge fan of. Oh, and they're vegan and cruelty-free. So if I haven't sold you on it yet, what? How amazing is that? So that's all we have for this week's video, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please know that you are beautiful, and you have found someone to spend the rest of your life with and who loves your face and your body. If you want to implement any sort of skincare or beauty regimen, know that that is totally your choice and your call. You found someone who loves you just the way you are. Just if you choose to step up some of these areas because you want to look glamorous in photos or have glowy skin, now at least you have a time frame to operate off of to help you out with that. If you haven't already, like this video because you like the video and subscribe to this channel for more tips and tricks for the modern day bride. Be sure to go check us out over on Instagram at JW Coordination. You can follow me and my personal channel and my personal Instagram at the Jamie Wolfer. That's me. And until next week, bye guys!